The Alpha Sessions.
Hello, welcome to Alpha Sessions. My name is Erica Jean and I'm joined with Sarah-Ruth. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
So I just want to talk to you about your music. To start, do you want to just tell us about how you got into songwriting and performing?
Yeah, sure. So I've been writing songs my whole life, mainly just in my bedroom, in my kitchen, annoying all my friends and family. And I started uni last year and I got into a crowd of people who were also songwriters and musicians, and I really got pushed out of my comfort zone, did a lot of open mic nights, and yeah, now I'm here.
Amazing. And I want to talk about your songwriting style as well. So you said that you like Dodie and kind of Noah Khan. So who are your musical influences?
Well, apart from them, also Biba Doobie. I really like her chill writing style. And also Alec Benjamin. I really like his storytelling style. That really influences me. A lot of my songs I try and make into a story. So loads of people as well. I've used a lot of Laufey's chord progressions or similar to her chord progressions. I feel like my songs aren't quite jazz, but I like to have a jazzy twang in some of them.
They've got an element, do they, as well?
Yeah.
Do you write your songs by ear, or do you have like a way that you go about songwriting?
Well, it depends. Usually I'll have an idea of a concept or a kind of feeling I want to write about, and I'll just play around with some chords, play around with some words, and then usually I kind of get one or two sentences that I really like, and I just go from there and kind of play around with it, see what works. But yeah, I don't know, I don't really have a set style. I kind of just do what feels right.
Do you start on the ukulele or do you start with your lyrics?
I usually start on the ukulele with not lyrics but some words, and so I'll just play around with the words until they become sentences. And yeah.
Like vocalising, do you do like a boo-doo-doo?
Sometimes. It's fun. I haven't incorporated that into any of my songs yet, but I really want to. I want to be scatting in some of the songs. I feel like that'd be really fun.
Yeah, that would. And how did you get into ukulele? Do you self-taught or did you learn from someone else?
Well, I'm self-taught, but it's a funny story actually. So I, in my school, they had like achievement points if you did anything, good. And so when I hit a certain amount of achievement points, the school asked if we wanted like an Amazon voucher or a ukulele. And so all my friends got Amazon vouchers. And then I was like, oh, I want to get a ukulele. I want to try something new. So, I got it. I remember getting it. It was in a cardboard box, a massive cardboard box that I had to lug around school with me. And I went to my music teacher and I was like, oh, can you help me tune it? Can you help me learn some chords? And so I'd learnt a tiny bit, and yeah, it's just kind of grown from there. I just use YouTube or kind of make up stuff as well. But I've really enjoyed learning it, and yeah.
What did you win your award for in the first place? What gave you the point to go onto the ukulele?
Ooh, good question. I don't know. I think it was just like holding the door open and remembering my pencil case, little stuff like that. But clearly it all added up, and it was worth it.
It's influenced
for the ukulele.
Your music now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You've got to be kind to people, and then you get ukuleles.
You get ukuleles or Amazon vouchers, which you could probably use to buy more useful stuff. But yeah, I was very happy with my ukulele. Clearly, it's done me good.
I want to talk about your songwriting as well.
Okay.
So in July, you did a songwriting month where you wrote a song a day.
Oh yes.
Yeah. How did you find that?
Well, I found it quite difficult. I didn't keep up with it fully. I did it for about 2-3 weeks. But actually, it's given me a lot of lines and like seeds for songs. 2 or 3 like full length songs I've written because I challenged myself to every day force myself to sit and really see what comes. So yeah, it's done me good, but I didn't carry on with it. I got lazy.
You nearly did it though.
I nearly did it, but I got a bit lazy with it, which maybe I should kick that up. Maybe this is my side.
And what did you find like improved with your songwriting?
I don't know. I think I got a bit more like adventurous with the chords, and I was trying out new chord progressions, new lyrics. I wrote a song about, very different to all my other songs, about a writer and her writing process, and it was like a kind of a bit more of a story, and I really enjoyed that. It kind of because I had an idea. I was like, I want to write a song about a job, and I chose a writer because my mum's a writer, and I wrote it from that, and it was really fun because usually I write songs about feelings or a specific circumstance. So it was fun to try something new, and I suppose when you have no ideas and you have to just force yourself to write a song, you get some really fun stuff actually. So,
was that the first song you wrote from the third perspective as well?
It wasn't. It was it's the first song in a while that I've written. A lot of my older songs from when I was very young and before last year were in the third person. But I've recently moved into writing songs about myself, and which I enjoy.
Do you think that comes from a confidence point of view, where you're kind of brave enough to talk about your own feelings, or which one do you prefer more?
Oh, I've never really thought about it like that. I think it's just a lot of my older songs were about me, but I was just writing like, he, she.
Yeah. I'm
not sure why. Maybe it was as I've improved my songwriting and got more comfortable performing. I feel more comfortable to kind of bare my soul. Yeah. But I think I enjoy writing in the first person now. Just selfish. I like writing about myself.
It's more relatable, I think, to an audience as well.
Yeah, because I suppose when they sing it, they're singing I as well, and it's like
it's a communal experience, isn't it?
That's quite nice.
I want to talk about that actually.
Go
on TikTok, there was a comment that made you write a song about raspberries.
Yes. That was really fun. So that is actually the song I want to release first. So it's putting all my plans spiraling. All my plans are spiraling now because I've written this song about raspberries.
Yeah.
But so I put on a TikTok post. I asked my followers to write a song, and then I'd write a word, and I would try and write a song using that word. And so someone wrote raspberry, and I decided to write a cute little song about home and feeling at home and raspberries, I suppose. I picked some raspberries from your beautiful home, from the shrub at the end of your garden where all the berries grow. And I'll never forget the taste of that raspberry jam that your mom spread on sourdough toast that she baked by hand. It was a change from the city. I've never known London to look quite so pretty. There's no rolling fields, no quaint little streets, certainly no raspberries tasting this sweet. And in that moment I know this feeling's called home. You gave me some leftover raspberries to take back to mine, an overflowing wicker basket, happily obliged. It rattled and groaned uneasy on the cross-country train, a piece of a moment in time, a home that is no longer mine. I brought them down to the city, back to London, a different sort of pretty, with no rolling fields but bustling streets. Now with more raspberries to make it more sweet. And in that moment I knew that I would be back soon. And in that moment I know this feeling's called home. Home. The taste of that raspberry jam.
The Alpha Sessions.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I liked the picking as well. It's quite nice.
Thank you.
So do you perform that one live? Is that one that you like?
I have. I've performed it live. I did it at an open mic.
Nice.
Yeah. I've only done it once because I only wrote it like a month ago.
Yeah.
But I really like that one. It's got a special place in my heart. I think it's got a fun story and it's quite a sweet song. And it's also, I feel like maybe a refreshing change from other songs that are very deep, very, very emotional. And this is kind of just like, oh, raspberries.
Did the person that commented the raspberry see the actual song after?
Yeah, she did. And she liked it. I'm not sure if she's realised how far it's gotten though. I don't think she's realised I've written an entire song and planning to release it. But yeah, I tagged her when I did, write the first chorus and verse. So yeah.
That'd be amazing when you release it and she's like, wow.
Yeah, I'll have to credit her.
Yeah, put her on the songwriting credits.
Exactly.
Wrote the whole concept of this song.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have written it definitely without that comment.
Yeah.
Not in the habit of writing songs about fruit, but...
Yeah. Maybe you have to try that trend again then. It seems to work.
I think so, yeah, but some people commented really weird stuff on that, like buffoon. And I don't think I'm writing a song about buffoons.
No,
anytime soon.
More raspberries.
Yeah, more raspberries.
And talking about live as well, you went to an Amplify Her Live show the other day.
Yeah.
How did that go? How's women's networking?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Amplify Her is a community of women created by an amazing woman, Andrea. And it's, a community of loads and loads of women. It's all about networking, making friends, helping people feel less alone as a woman in the music industry. I felt really at home there. I've gone to a lot of events. They do coffee meetings, cocktail evenings, and they also do open mics, which I was lucky enough to perform at. And it was such an incredible experience. It was a very small room. It was probably slightly bigger than this room. And so people were sitting on the floor, like all cramped, and it was just such a cozy environment. It felt like I was performing to just a group of friends, and everyone was lovely. I knew a lot of the other girls performing, so it was really nice to perform with friends. And yeah, it was such a lovely experience. I think my favourite time I've ever performed live. Not that I've done much of that, but I loved it, and it went well, and I got to network and meet so many amazing people.
And what kind
really
of people
enjoyed it.
go to the networking? Is it just artists or is it more industry?
Mix of both. So producers, songwriters, instrumentalists.
That's nice. So
Yeah.
I'm watching. Most people in the music industry can go to that then.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
Yeah.
And it's all central London, or they have events in Brighton. I think they're trying to move out different cities in the UK as well. But I've really enjoyed it. It's helped me meet loads of people, really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I've loved it. I've loved being part of that.
And is there anyone in particular that you've met that you're going to carry on working with from that networking night?
Yes, so I met a female-led production company called Two Larks, and it's run by two amazing women, Iona and Natalie. And I really loved their style. I've had a few meetings with them. I've really loved their openness, and I just felt really comfortable with them. So I'm definitely going to try and work with them in the future, try and make all my songs, my ideas, realities,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And talking of live performances, what is your dream venue that you'd perform if you can?
Honestly, it's a hard question to answer because I feel like I'm right at the very, very beginning of my music career. Honestly, anywhere. I've just been performing at open mics, so I'd really love to do proper gigs somewhere. Honestly, anywhere. Anywhere that will take me.
Go to get in her DMs.
Yeah, exactly. So if anyone's watching this who wants to give me a show,
yeah,
I'm up for it.
Well, I want to learn one of your songs now on the ukulele.
Ooh.
So, Stranger to You, I thought was a very cool chord progression. So we learn the chorus for it.
Yeah, all right.
So
let's do it.
Full Blue Peter moment. I'm going to get a ukulele out. Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah. So it starts with this chord. I don't entirely know what it is. And then it goes up to a D.
Nice.
So it's... And then the strumming pattern is down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. And
nice.
Yeah. And then at some point it switches to, which I think is an A7. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's the fun. Yeah.
There we are. Now I can play like Sarah.
I used to be the one you told. You used to be my home, but now I wouldn't even dare to knock. How can so much change in just a couple turns of the same clock? I used to joke that you would never find someone who better knew your mind, someone who could sit and understand. I wonder if I've been replaced, if this was all part of a bigger plan. Our lives were intertwined, and now you're not even in mine. I hope that you're doing fine. Now I'm a stranger to you. I set off just after 9. You leave around the same time. I see you walk the same route, but I'm just a stranger to you. 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 I've always known that people grow apart. I took for granted my place in your heart. Some things are better left unsaid. We were strangers once, but I thought that we'd never be again. Our lives were intertwined, and now you're not even in mine. I hope that you're doing fine. Now I'm a stranger to you. I set off just after 9. You leave around the same time. I see you walk the same route, but I'm just a stranger to you. 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 I don't know who you've become. Are you happy if you found the one? You're just someone that I knew, then outgrew, and now I'll always be a stranger to you.
The Alpha Sessions.
Which songs out of the songs that you've performed today are you thinking of releasing? Is there any on the horizon?
Oh, well, I'm planning to release Raspberry Jam. I cannot give a date yet, but it's in the very early stages of production and, thinking about stuff. But that's the song I would like to release first. And then later on in the year or next year, I'd like to release an EP, which will have Melancholy Happiness and Stranger to You on it. I have already got a version of Melancholy Happiness up, so go check that out. But I am planning to re-release it at some point and then have Stranger to You on there, along with some other fun songs.
Amazing.
So that's the plan.
And that will be working with the female producers.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Amazing.
So just shows you the power of networking, power of community. Just meet people. Yeah. And
you study at uni, don't you? So
yes, yeah, I do.
So what is it like studying medicine?
Well, I love it. It's such a change from. I feel like in the holidays I'm a musician, and then I go back and I'm like a medical student. But I love it. I really do enjoy it. I think I get to meet so many people, get in contact with patients and other professionals, and I've just met so many amazing people doing that as well. And it's really a big passion of mine. How I explain it to people is with medicine, I'm kind of learning to heal the body, and then with music, I'm learning to heal the soul and the mind. So I feel like actually they do fit together in a strange way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love it. I really love it.
A lot of people do kind of like music therapy and things like that. Like a big charity I know of is Nordhoff Robbins. And I think it's such an amazing thing to use the two things together.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'd love to do in the future. Try and find a way to entwine my two passions.
Yeah. Do you find, having studied psychology as well, that ties into your music? Do you feel like you kind of understand emotions and how people work more?
Yeah, honestly, I've never really thought of it from that angle. But yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I really loved psychology. We did a lot about, I suppose, how the mind works, how people think. And so, yeah, maybe I have incorporated some of that into my songs. Yeah.
Maybe that's something that you'll experience more as your songwriting goes on.
Yeah, and as I learn more, because there's a lot of psychology in medicine as well. So, yeah, I think I'm definitely leaning more towards nowadays writing songs about emotions and deep things that I wouldn't have written about a couple of years ago. So yeah,
I want to talk about that actually.
Go on.
Melancholy Happiness.
Yeah,
talk me through that song, because it's quite interesting. You've got a complete opposite kind of title there, like Melancholy Happiness.
Yeah.
Talk me through like that idea for that song.
Right, so that actually happened when I was in my bedroom and it was raining, and I looked out the window, and in the opposite house or flat or whatever, there was a man standing there, and he looked quite sad. I mean, I was quite far away. I don't have great eyesight, so maybe I was hallucinating. But it was raining, and it was quite a solemn sort of scene anyway. Yeah. And so I thought, ooh, that's an interesting thought. And so I kind of wrote the song based on that and me imagining what his life was like. With the juxtaposition, I suppose it's because he wasn't like crying, he didn't look incredibly sad, so I was thinking maybe he's kind of in some sort of contempt version of sadness, and where you're kind of comfortably sad. I don't know. I felt like that sometimes, where I'm kind of, sad or in a bad mood, but I kind of don't really want to leave it. Like, I'm comfortable in that.
Do you have a sad cry playlist?
I don't. I just listen to the same playlist for everything, which is maybe not the best idea, because it's like a real mix of songs.
Yeah, it's a very melancholy, happy vibe.
Exactly. Oh my god, that should be my playlist name as well. Oh, yeah. So there you go. I'm full of juxtapositions.
You can stick playlists on Spotify as well, so you could share that with your fans. Be like,
that is a good idea.
This is what I smile and cry to.
It literally is. It literally is.
And talking of Spotify, so Melancholy Happiness is out now.
Yes, it is.
Talk me through the production side of that one as well. Because it's not got the ukulele on it, does it?
It doesn't. That's produced, in a different way to how I'm planning Raspberry Jam and my EP. That's got a more pop feel. There's quite a lot going on, which I really like. But I have heard people I've shown it to really like it acoustic as well. So I'm thinking of maybe releasing an acoustic version or a bit more stripped back version. But that was produced by a friend I met at uni. He was also not doing music, he was doing economics. And we met and we collaborated, and he really liked some of my songs. And so he helped me get it produced.
And are the bird noises that you can hear, are they real samples that you found?
No. Just samples we found.
Sampled.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though, it really adds that ambience, you know.
I felt like, because as I was explaining the scene with me looking out in the rain, I feel like it kind of fits with that. And
the actual album cover is the rainy window as well.
Exactly.
So is that what you've taken of the window that you're looking out of?
Yeah, that is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So someone can actually look at that window and
be like, that was where it happened. That was where it happened.
That's where the music happens then. Yeah. Amazing. And there's like an a cappella part in it as well, which I really enjoy.
There is,
it all just strips down.
Yeah. Do
you perform that live like that? Do you go down?
I don't. I don't perform it completely a cappella, but I go from like strumming to just a very simple, one or two strings being plucked, which I like. Yeah. I do like the a cappella version as well, so I haven't really decided which one I like better. So I've got both in different things. One on Spotify, one I perform live. So I don't know.
Just two different versions of it.
Exactly.
Why not? Just keep going.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of music, isn't it? It just always carries on developing. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Amazing. And where can we find you on social media if we want to find your music?
So I'm Sarah and her ukulele. On Instagram and TikTok, that's Sarah with an H. And on Spotify, I'm Sarah-Ruth. That's basically it. I think that's all I'm on.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with you.
It was lovely chatting to you as well. Tracing raindrops before they slide off his window pane. I wonder what's in his thoughts. This is the 5th time I've seen him here today, with a melancholy happiness. A beautiful sadness around him, even through the glass behind the window and his eyes. A miserable contentment, hints of indescribable joy. Even from this distance, I can feel the love and pain he hides. They fight behind the window, beneath those piercing sapphire eyes, behind his finger, tracing the raindrops in a line within the shadows behind the window. A wave of laughter washes over him, like the sudden ebbs and flows of the tide. Oh, he's wearing a smile, it's kind and comforting. His face tells the story of 1,000 lives, with a melancholy happiness. A beautiful sadness around him, even through the glass behind the window. miserable contentment, hints of indescribable joy. Oh, even from this distance I can feel the love and pain he hides. They fight behind the window, beneath those piercing sapphire eyes, behind his finger, tracing the raindrops in a line within the shadows, behind the window. A solitary tear mimics the path of the rain, running down his cheek in a snake trail, or eyes me through the glass. He draws the curtain, he's out of sight. He shuts the window, ooh, shuts out the light, shuts out the light.